Good Sunday morning to everybody. I am going to make this as quick as possible in a sense because I am at my client's house where I'm going to start a mural on his wall for him on Sunday morning. And I was thinking while I was driving here that everybody's always happy to be off on Sunday, and I have to live in this gratitude right now that every day is whatever day I want it to be. Doesn't matter. Today is not Sunday to me. Today's the day I chose to work on a mural. And that's my choice. Just like everything I've done to lead me to this moment is my choice. It was brought to my attention this morning. I had this download of information, and then it was perceived to me like areas of improvement for myself. And maybe you can relate. I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. I don't know. But I'm going to share it just in case you can. So what I've noticed and what I see is us as humans, as people, we tend to always focus our energy on the least productive area of our life. So let me rephrase that like this. If you have a few things going on in your life, let's say 3 or 4 of them going on, 4 things going on, and out of the 4 things, 3 of them are going fantastic, and the 4th, not so much, I would focus on the 4th. Therefore, start creating that vibration of the lack or the lack of, and here we go with creating my experience based off of my thought and my belief. If my majority of thought is on the one thing that I need improvement on, or I want to see differently or have more of, that's what I'm going to focus on, and my reality is going to be one that's going to reflect that. But if I appreciate what I have, and this is a normal, I want to say common sense thing, and common sense and awareness are 2 different things. Yeah, it's common sense to focus on the positive, but it's awareness to know that when you're not focusing on the positive, you're creating the opposite of that situation. And I woke up this morning, and when I first woke up, I had a negative thought, and I had to be aware of that right away because, one attracts another, then another becomes that's what I'm thinking, and then what I'm thinking becomes what I'm feeling, and then what I'm feeling portrays into my reality. And I got up, I meditated, I watched some educational videos, and it got me thinking on my choices and what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on the lack of money in my account, so rather than focusing on the abundant. And if what you focus on grows, well, there's the problem right there. I'm focusing on the lack of, so the lack of I'll have. But when I focus on the abundance I have. So we say it's easy to focus on abundance when you have abundance. Of course, when you don't have to worry about your bills, you're not focused on the money like you're focused on it when you have to make your bills and you don't have the money. That's the awareness that you need to have. When you start to go down the rabbit hole of I don't have, try to catch yourself, take a deep breath, ground yourself, maybe even meditate, but focus on what you do have and appreciate what you do have. And be okay with where you're at, because where you're at is exactly where you're supposed to be, because if you weren't where you are, you would be someplace else. And as cliche as that sounds, take it for what it's worth. There are no mistakes with the universe. And you don't have to listen to me. Do your own research. Find out what's true for you, and follow your excitement with that. I simply want to share a little moment of gratitude that I have today, because I focused on a little bit of lack this past couple of days, and I didn't like the way that felt. And I told myself, that's what you are. You're in this lack. And then I had to stop, and literally, and it wasn't like just like that stopping. It took a little bit of meditation, a little bit of self-awareness, and facing fears. And I would ask myself, what do I believe to be true to be telling me that X, Y, and Z is my experience? So why do I not do this? Is because I tell myself something that gives me the belief that if I do that, I'll get a particular outcome, and that's usually based off my past. So if I'm basing things off my past, I'll never progress into a new moment because I'm creating regurgitation from my past. So the awareness is to ground yourself and be present to the moment and be thankful and celebrate what you have. Whatever you focus on grows. 5-minute video. Good Sunday morning. I love everybody. I hope this helps somebody. I hope it resonates with somebody. And if it doesn't, then Maybe it will another time, or from somebody else, or maybe you already know this and this is just a quick reminder. I'm gonna go live for a minute or two when I start the mural. Love you all.